الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واعتصموا بالله هو مولاكم.
So equality is about sameness. Equity is about need of the individual. Islam has both. Islam brought both. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qaba'ila ta'arafu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, let me start with this one. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. He said that you are all from the same parent, you are all equal, you are all the same. The essence of the meaning. All right? So equity is about outcomes. And that is what is important here. Because when you say I'm colorblind, that could be good and it could be bad. It could be good and it could be bad. If you put in a place where it's all white dominated, Arab dominated, Pakistani dominated, whatever dominated, and you say, I'm colorblind, I'm ethnic blind, but when you do any policy, when you write anything, mind you, you are writing yourself down. When I write a letter, when I put a policy down, when I put rules, I'm putting my rules, my experience, what I think will work. Regardless of how much I think I'm being fair, my experience will show there. Me on the paper. That may not be you. So when I write, it can't be universal. The rules can't be universal. They are specific to my experience. That is why I need to ask you, particularly who doesn't share my experience, what will work for you. I need to create that discrimination. Yesterday I was discussing with the brothers whether we need to particularly target people from different backgrounds and races into our leadership groups. I said, yes, we have to. The reason being, those of us who are writing this, we are writing from our experience, and it could be a barrier to others who don't share that. But we say, oh, we send it out, everybody should come. But those people can't come because there are barriers, not because they're not qualified. So we should intentionally target them so that we create diversity. We don't go below standard, but we go for the people who have the standard, but they are different. You know why? Because when I come to a place, whether it's a hospital or service provision center or a masjid, and I see myself reflected, you know what it does? It creates a sense of trust. You know what I'm talking about, especially those, if you go to a space, you find a Muslim sister is the doctor there, Muslim brother is the psychologist there, and a Chinese man is the whatever the other person is there. And you go in there, you want to say, Assalamu alaikum. You feel like, I belong here somehow. Right? Versus you go into a place, you find everybody is a white man, tall with a suit and, and standing like this. I have to get services here, so I have to go. Take a deep breath and step in. It is true. So I worked for 11 years in health. Just about 4 years ago, I was giving a session for the Nova Scotia College of Nurses. And somebody told a story that had just happened. Those days, the Syrians were coming in big numbers, right? And this Syrian man, the story was this Syrian man had some issue. I don't remember what it was, but he was brought to the emergency. And this lady in this session came late because she was involved in this case, right? So this man was there and his blood pressure was up the roof, right? They had tried, they brought him in, they're trying to bring his blood pressure down. And they had sent for an interpreter to come. So after some time, the interpreter shows up and says greeting. The interpreter said greeting in Arabic. So al-khair, masa al-khair, assalamu alaikum, whatever. They said they could almost literally watch the graphs go down and the pressure is going down, right? Because now this person is feeling comfortable. The level of comfort is returning. So it's very, very important for us to deliberately diversify our leadership and our communities, right? You can't throw the resume, the job description out there for leadership and say, if they don't come, it's up to them. No, it doesn't work that way. Because when you dominate, you are the one that represents everything. And when you write your job description, whatever you do, you put in yourself on there, and that might not translate for the other person who's marginalized the same way as it is to you. I hope that's clear. So that is equity.
واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا